Happy Monday. Hello, everybody. God bless you. So good to be here on another Monday, y'all. Guess what? We have more subscribers. More subscribers came on board. Thank you. Big shout out to the new subscribers. Well, you said I mentioned came on board. What you come on board on? Well, you came to a channel where we are into, guess what? Trying to help to heal missing fathers. Missing fathers. We tapping into this lane. We've been in this lane for over a year now. We already have other subscribers. They are healers just as well as you. You are a healer. You've been a healer, new subscriber. And guess what? We now refer to you as the Healing Army. So welcome to this Healing Army. Welcome, great day. Y'all, we in the month of September of 2021. We doing our thing. So for all the new subscribers and the subscribers from LinkedIn and the social media platforms that's been looking at this and supporting, thank you very much. For all the future subscribers and Healing Soldiers, thank you very much. So please, if you like this information, please share it on all your other platforms. Please hit that subscribe button. Please hit that notification bell, bing. And I post every Monday and Wednesday. So please hit that subscribe button and share on your social media site. So I just wanted to let you guys know that I'm back, and I want to talk about the most exciting topic for today, and that is missing fathers and dependent personality disorder. Now, I've done some disorders. Now, remember, guys, if you don't know, I get this information from what you call a DSM-5 diagnostic statistical manuals. It's held by Psychiatric Association, American Psychiatric Association, APA, and they sit around and they every so often, every few years, they come and they have a consensus on what would be considered a diagnosis. They write it in the book and they revise it. Right now, we on the DSM number 5th version, number 5. And so I'll be looking at this and referring to this, making reference to this as I describe this dependent personality disorder. Now, disorders, you're not born with disorders. You're not defined as a disorder. We all have different various social roles. We're someone's brother, sister, son, lover, husband, wife, cousin, student, employee, what have you. We ascribe to many different social roles. Sometimes, but however, when we are diagnosed with a disorder, it's just something that you live with and something, if you're aware of, you try to work on through therapy and your personal strength to meet your emotional needs. Now, this disorder, you're not born with it, something you live with and something that is developed and something that happens out of childhood. Sometimes there's a lot of emotional pitfalls, a lot of trauma, a lot of things that go on in childhood, which then you develop these disorders. Now, as we talking about hence missing fathers, okay? Missing fathers, I need you to listen to this, all right? First of all, I would like to refer to this DSM, and I want to define what is a dependent personality disorder. Now, disorder is whenever a behavior is disturbed by mood, your thought, or your behavior. When there's a disturbance in those three components, and it happens over a while, 6 months, sometimes over a year, then we consider it a disorder. And it's disrupting your normal mood, your normal thought, and your normal behavior. Please remember that. All right, so let me first read what's in this DSM-5 so we can talk about the dependent personality disorder. Now, it talks about a pervasive and excessive need to be taken care of that leads to a submissive and clinging behavior and fears of separation beginning by the early adulthood, and is present in these variety of contexts. Number one, the person with this disorder has difficulty making everyday decisions without an excessive amount of or advice or reassurance from others, needs others to assume responsibility for most major areas of his or her life, has difficulty expressing disagreement with others because of fear of loss and support of approval, has difficulty initiating projects or doing things on his or her own, lack of motivation, goes to excessive lengths to obtain nurturance and support from others, to the point of volunteering or doing things that are unpleasant, feels uncomfortable or helpless when alone because of exaggerated fears of being unable to care for himself or herself. Urgently seeks another relationship as a source of care and support when a close relationship ends. Is unrealistically preoccupied with fears of being left to take care of himself or herself. These are traits and characteristics that fits in this disorder of dependent personality disorder. Now, these characteristics, missing fathers, comes about because you're not there. I mean, great, you have the parent, you have the other parent, which is the mother, or you may have a caretaker. In some situations, you have caretaker, which means grandparents. By the way, Grandparents' Day was not too long ago. Big up to grandparents. But you have grandparents that may be there, or uncle, foster care parent, adoptive parent, or whatever, caretaker that may be there. But missing fathers, you're not there to provide that care, that consistency, as I alluded to in the last video last week. You're not there to actually to love and to nurture and to guide. So what happens is that child has these missing qualities within. They feel like they need reassurance from others. They need to externalize and get this validation and reassurance from external stimuli, such as others, other people, other relationships. It's hard for them to actually enjoy a relationship with himself or herself. And the most important relationship we have these days is with yourself. If you don't have a positive, healthy relationship with yourself, for example, what would that look like? You know, you able to go to the movies by yourself, go out to the dinner by yourself, stand in watching Netflix or watching the movie or whatever your choice is by yourself, having a good time, praying, meditation. I mean, just doing activity by yourself, exercising, doing things by yourself and enjoying yourself, being happy, having that inner happiness and that inner peace. And that's sometimes hard to achieve that if you don't have both parents, family, father and mother. I love you. The father being there to validate. And I'm thinking about daughters and sons, daughters and sons that may go to sports or maybe in childhood development, going to school or doing something that is monumental, that's very important in their lives, and they don't have that validation and that consistency from that father, and they have that father love, then they begin to look in it for that validation in others. And so they're missing this in their early childhood, not getting that nurturing, not really getting that what's needed. And so as they develop in their developmental stages and they begin to date, they begin to get in other relationships, whether it be a dating relationship, an intimate relationship, friends, co-workers on their job or what have you. As the disorders say, they become very clingy. They become unsure of their decisions on what to do. They are dependent on the other person's validation. It's almost like they become a robot. They like very, very empty inside because they unsure. They have their confidence level is like almost close to zero. You know, they don't know how to really make decisions or be independent on themselves. They need other people direction. They need other people validation. They need other people to tell them that who they are, and them not able to have the ability to tell themselves who they are. And this happens, missing father, because you're not there. You're not there to be there. Give them that nurturing, provide that structure, give them that consistency, give them that pet talk when they're down, when they may lose a tennis match, football match, basketball match. Give them that pep talk when they go through their first love and they major breakup with a significant other and they feeling really low about themselves, and you're not there to really listen and really do active listening and for them. And so it says it begins in their young adulthood. So when they get in young adulthood, relationships become very clingy, and that can break up relationship. That turns people off sometimes, and someone becomes very clingy, not knowing what to make a choice. You know, an example of that may be what you want to do. I don't know, whatever you want to do. You know, some people like independence. Most people do. And that's what you call a healthy relationship with yourself. And sometimes, unfortunately, Mr. Father, when you're not there providing that structure and that guidance, what happens is they go ahead and decide to be dependent on other people. They need that reassurance from other people, and that's where that disorder come from. So if you want to avoid that disorder, Mr. Fathers, return. Get some help. Return back in their life. Reassure them. Be there for your offspring. And that's where they won't develop this dependent personality disorder. Trust me. Consistency, as I alluded to in the last week's video, consistency, love, validation, reassurance is important. We need to get back so they won't develop these relationship disorders. And, So just want to speak to all the males out there. Boys, they do what they want to do, and men certainly do what they have to do. God bless y'all. Thank you for supporting. Keep supporting. Share this information. Keep subscribing. Hit that subscribe button, please. And I appreciate you for listening. Hopefully, God bless. I'll talk to you next week. Thank you, everybody. All right, man. Peace until next week.